Hi there, my name's Rich and this is It's Adventure. Now, today I fancied being a bit creative. One of my granddad's old tools is broken. When I say it's broken, it didn't break itself, I broke it. And today I'm going to put a new handle on and fix it and get it back working again. This is the head. That's what's got to go on and get a new handle for it. And then this is the lock that will go into the wood to expand it, hold it in place. But before I do that, I've got a bit of tidying up to do first of all. So I'm going to get that sorted, get that tidied up in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Look at that. So here we go then. This is the first version that I made, and I used I don't know what wood it was actually, but whatever it was well too brittle. So this is what I'm going to go for. So it feels the right sort of grip in the hand. Make up a new version of this to be able to get this on top. Whop that on. Whop this in place to lock it in. Job's a good one. So let's crack on. Now I've sorted this out from the wood pile. This is a chunk of oak, and it's been in the garage now for probably about 18 months. The idea is that I'm going to look to try and shape a new handle out of that, draw it in, and draw around this, get it in a sort of 3D shape, cut the majority of it on the bandsaw, and then look to use a special kind of chisel of my dad's to get this shape out. It's called a spoking chisel. Right, let's get this drawn up and get the bolt cut off and give it a go. There we go then. So this is sort of my rough out. I don't know if that's going to be quite visible in that light. Got the outline here up to the top, so I'm going to whiz this off in the bandsaw. See if we can. I might get a few of these handles out of this one. We'll see. We shall see. Right then, so what I'm going to do now is line up the blade with this line here. So I'm going to sort of go about, I reckon about there. About there. In fact, what I might do is I might put a mark on the end, see where I'm headed. That'd be better, Rich, wouldn't it? That'd be much more better. Right, that's what we'll do. Let's get another pencil and mark it up. Put that mark there, mark there. I want to get that mark out there. I decided to be a bit more scientific, and so I've got that's the sort of size that I want, and I've got this piece of board now clamped in place, so it'll give me enough sort of wiggle room to do the carving and whatnot after the fact. There's plenty of bit of space there. That'll do. So now I can run the timber alongside of this, job's a good one, and keep it nice and level. Right, let's give them a go. Oh, it's a bit of scorching going on, and a lot of ridging. Still, it's looking good. It's looking good. Right, now to that bit. So we adjust this over a bit and have another go. I've got to say, just look at the grain in that. Can you see? That is pretty damn good. Now, it is a bit wavy coming through the bandsaw, but that doesn't really matter because it's quite an organic shape that we're going to end up with. So I'm not overly worried. it started out that far. Kind of got the, see, you can kind of see the generic shape coming on now a little bit. Next thing I think I need to do is I'm going to draw this out again, redraw it on the wood, and I might run it through the bandsaw a little bit more, just to get a bit more shape going on with it. So let's get on to spoke shaping. Now what I've done is I've left a load at the top that's eventually going to be cut down to go inside of there. So I'm going to put that in the vise, grip it, and use it to shape the spoke, well, shape the handle anyway. Right, so this is actually sort of double history for me. Is this tool here, this spoke shaver? This came from my dad, and then he got it from his dad, so my granddad. And this mallet, this is also granddad's mallet, and I'm not entirely sure, but I think granddad got it from his dad. So it's it's a bit of a family thing that I'm working on today. Ooh, it makes me feel all gooey, does really. The idea is that I'm going to get shaping this into a sort of generic handle shape that feels comfortable. And once I've done that, then I will shape the end to go inside of the head. Let's crack on. Stop less talking, Rich, more shaping. You can see now it's quite a nice sort of starting to get an organic smoothness to it. There's a fair bit to go, and looks like I've got to be careful that I don't go off too much on one side. Right, keep at it. Starting to take shape now, it's looking good. Let's look at the profile of the end, look down it, see its side's a little bit high and it's a little bit thick at the base, which is good because you don't want it to be too narrow because your handles slip off. What you don't want it to be too thick at the end, because otherwise it'll just be uncomfortable while you grip it. That's the beauty of making a handle. You can make it to your own hand size, exactly as needed. Just a bit here, I think, all the way around. I think that is where I want to edge to. Right, next thing is to try to get the head lined up where roughly where I want it to go. Now I need to find this shape. Now this shape should be sort of beveled, so that as you knock this on, it should get tighter. So one side is going to be slightly narrower than the other, and I'm thinking by eye it looks like this side's the wide side and that side's the narrow. Let's get the measure out though, make sure. These calipers, the battery's dead in them, but that won't matter because the important bit is these. Yep, so there's a bit of play on that side. So that's the size I need to cut the ends to. Those to get right outside. And use the rest of the handle now to get rough alignment. Oh, look at that! It's only the right bloody size compared to the ruler. Align the ruler down the centre of the handle. Now that, I'll have a go on the bandsaw, cut the shoulders in, and then run that down. Yep, that's good. Slightly wider than we need, which is perfect. Perfect! I've decided to go for chisel. Try that, see if that will get half what I need. It seems to be okay so far, but also might be a bit, because I might be going the wrong way with the grain. Don't know. I've got. Do you know what? I've got a brainwave. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat because I'm going to use the spinny wheel of mass removal. See, here we go. Cheat. Quite a way off as yet, quite a way off. Oh, it's getting close now. Coming on. Right. That is a bloody tight fit. Okay, last bit. Level that off somehow, and then fit the locking pin, which I keep on. There it is, losing. That's got to go in there somehow. It's about centre. I suspect. Oh, I know what's happening here. Feels like it's breaking already. Can't be! Well, it can be, but. Right, I think I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to put it on the ground and try and hammer it in that way. Try that. seems to be working. Tell you what, it's taken a hell of a battering to get this in here. Oh no! Oh, flip me! It's happened again. Oh! I'm gonna have to do it that end. See, that's it. It's what happens, isn't it? Eh? Too much force in the wrong way, and then it goes and comes away. All is not lost though, because it's still the right sort of length for this small mallet. But I think today is lost because it is getting late now. So I'm going to call it quits for now. We'll come back to this again. Golly gosh, that's a shame, isn't it? That's a jolly old shame. Right, got my wedge out. Right, this is the thing, you see. I've never done this before. It's all a bit of trial and error. That's the error. Tomorrow's another day. Right, here we go for take 2. Now it's, where am I now? It's probably about 3 days later from the last time that did the recording. But we're back to make more of an effort to get it working. So what I'm thinking is, broke it off that end. What I'm going to do is switch it over and have what was going to be the bottom end as the top end, and now align that on there, and then cut out this bit in that sort of oval shape to fit over the end there. That's the plan. And actually looking at it, I think aesthetically it'll be, and that's on there, I think it'll be the right sort of length for the sort of little diddy head that we've got. Beforehand it was kind of like, yeah, but with the tiny head it looked comical. So actually it might end up being quite a fortuitous mistake. We'll see. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and I'll mark up the sides of this first of all. Will I mark up the sides or will I mark up the centre? Let's find the centre of the shaft actually. Let's do that. Do the alignment to the centre and then we'll go from there. Kind of sort of got a bit of a, that's what I'm aiming for, centre of there. So now, I can mark up. I'm actually going to do it slightly differently as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the inside of this, which I know would be far too small, but I'm going to mark it up with the centre and then just sort of allow enough space around the outside when I'm cutting down to it to fit. There we go, man. Nice even line. So head, line, oval. I think I'm near enough there. Almost even me oval a bit. Even it up to the exterior diameter. Okie dokie. Right, that'll do. Marked up. Now this time, what I am going to use, instead of using the grinder, which is, it's for metal, it's not for wood, it's the wrong thing, Rich. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the spinny band sander. It's quite heavy grit on it, so I'm going to cut out the first bit. And again, I'm probably going to use the bandsaw, and then I'll use the sander. So let's get cutting. Well, there we go then. So that's the first bit cut. Still looks a little bit uneven, but hopefully it'll be hidden when it's inside of the oval, which I've nibbled the edge off. But I seem to have moved it a bit. Oh, dear me. This is going to be messy again, isn't it? It's going to be bloody messy again, I know. Now, I really ought to have gotten myself a proper, like, belt sander desk thingy, but I'll just take my big sander and put it in the vise. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I guess we'll find out. Where's the doobie firkin for that? What's it? There we go. Right, well, I've about got the size now, and it's quite tight on there. So what I'm going to do is now just going to tidy up the base a bit, so the shoulders around here, get the chisel on it, tap that out, and then put this on, and then knock in the lock pin, this one. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll work that out in a minute. So, just get my chisels, get cleaning that up. Of course, the beauty of this bit is that these are just a bit like, for me really, because they're all going to be hidden. They're going to be hidden underneath the head, so I'm not going to see it. I just know that it's done really. Got to be done right. A job worth doing. It worth doing well, eh? Worth doing well. However many goes it takes to get it there. More better. There we go. Yeah, man. Right, let's get. I don't know how I'm going to get this knocked in here yet. I think I am just going to have to whop it in. And I suppose that's supposed to be a cutting edge, but it's not, because I've rammed it out of the one that was in before. It may not be so jolly good. I might have to do it that way and hammer it in. We'll see. In fact, why don't I try to start it off that way, and it'll be a bit neater. There we go. I'm happy with that. I need to find something I can really bash now. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to sand the handle bit so it's smoothed off, and then it looks the proper part. But Grandad's mallet fixed with my dad's tools. Yeah, man. 100. Quite coarse stuff. But it needs to be, because I've got a load of vice grip holds where I'd been grabbing it in the vice and whatnot. Do. Nice, man. That is spot on. There we go. I'm happy with that. There we go then. Look at that. Chuffed with that. So it's Grandad's hammer. Finished off with my dad's tools. And it's useful that I've got this built now, because I'm going to be using this in the very near future for a build in the garden. Well, I'm going to go through what that is just yet, but if you want to find out, click on that subscribe button down there, and if you hit the bell notification, you'll get notified when I release the next video. It's going to be one of the biggest builds that I've done in the garden yet, and well, biggest build for me anyway. And yeah, it should be a bit of fun. I've got a load of stuff down here. I'm not going to show you it just yet. You can come back and see that next one. All right. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Rich, and this is It's Adventure. I'll see you again very soon.